TPLF, TPLF, take your bloody hand off the Oromo people. Take your bloody hand off the Oromo people. Nations and nationalities in Ethiopia must unite. Nations and nationalities in Ethiopia must unite to stop TPLF's crime against humanity. To stop TPLF's crime against humanity. We Oromos are for justice. We Oromos are for freedom. We Oromos are for peace and freedom. We are for freedom. We demand freedom. We ask the Canadian government not to support the TPLF government. Taxpayers' money should not go to supporting dictators. Okay. Taxpayers' money for freedom. For freedom. For freedom. For justice. For justice. Canada should stand for freedom. For justice. For justice. For freedom. For peace. We need to feed the starving people. We need to feed starving people. People need food. They don't need war. They don't need war. They need peace. They need food. They need food. They are starving. They are starving. They are starving for no reason. They are starving for no reason. They are starving for no reason. Let them have food. Let them have food. Food. They need food. They don't need gun. They don't need gun. They need peace. They need peace. Canada should stand with justice. Canada should stand with justice. For justice, for peace, for stability. No justice in Ethiopia. No justice in Oromia. Yes to democracy. Yes to human rights. Yes to justice. Yes to justice. Not to dictatorship. Not to fascism. Not to fascism. No to dictatorship. Yes to democracy. Yes to democracy.
Gari jamba akkuma beektan hundi kana irraa hin eegala. Lammi Suleymaanitu as jira isirraa eegala isin afaan Ingiliziitiin waraqaa nuti baafne sun dubbifti.
Despite international condemnation of this mass murder in Ethiopian regime continues its violent repression with impunity. The people of Ethiopia continue to call international community for action, and we continue to call Canada for its meaningful action. Since it came into power in 1991, the Ethiopian minority regime of the Tigray Libiration Front, TPLF, has waged war against its own citizens. It hails from just 6% of Ethiopia's 100 million people, but maintains absolute control over its political, economic, military, and even the media. Its grips on power is pitting people against people, imprisonment, torturing, massacring innocent people for simple airing legitimate grievances. In the latest wave of peaceful protests, over 2,000 innocent people have been murdered and over 50,000 continue to languish in prisons and hidden concentration camps. Thousands of innocent people have disappeared without trace. Leaders and members of the opposition parties remain jailed. Since declared the state of emergency on October 8, 2016, the regime has caused unbridled carnage in its latest bid to hang on its power. It has unleashed a wave of armed paramilitary groups amongst neighboring ethnic groups, causing bloodshed and mass displacement. It has intensified its forceful eviction of farmers, taking away their arsenal land and their placements. It has stepped up bulldozing homes, making owners homeless. The regime has used the state of emergency to step up mass arrests, torture, and killing. The country is under command post where armed forces arrest, kill, and crucify property as well. The rhetoric of development in double-digit economic growth is a myth, and as evidence says otherwise. Over 18 million people need emergency food assistance as of February. Failed policy has led over 113 people losing their lives in landfill avalanches mid-March. Target assassinations of opponents both in Ethiopia and in the Ethiopian diaspora has intensified. Human rights groups continue to report the regime has refused access to the UN independent investigation. In all of these crimes against humanity, no one has stepped up to this date. The regime continues without impunity as the Western nations continue to prop it up. It is obvious that silence condones violence. We call to Canada to show leadership in bringing peace, democracy by pressure to Ethiopia, to stop pitting people against people causing bloodshed, scrap the state of emergency and the Anti-Terrorism Act, free all political prisoners without any precondition, bring to justice those who commit acts, restore constitutional right of the people, and address their grievances.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lemmy.
Inside Oromia, under the pretext of the martial law that the TPLF government has imposed, is definitely imposing atrocities beyond imagination. The military camps are turning into prisons. These are tens of thousands of young people that are being held in military camps, and those who are able to sort of step out of it are telling atrocities, unimaginable atrocities. We cannot continue to be silent. We cannot continue to be silent. And the excuse that regime has been using for a very long time is development, and no development can amount to killing a single human being. And it is important that we acknowledge that no regime on the surface of the earth should be granted the opportunity to continue to suppress its people, especially when it comes to wiping out people from their lands and displacing them, when it comes to causing incredible stories that cannot be told, like mothers whose kids have been dragged and killed, and then they get to be asked to sit on the dead bodies of their son. And I think we all came of mothers. What our mothers feel about us. And we're mothers, we're fathers. There are many of us that have felt the pain that they go through every single day. We haven't told our story enough, and I think there is so much to tell about what is going on in that country. We have not told the story. We haven't even started. We haven't even scratched the surface. And I think what we need to do is we need to really start sort of coming out in numbers. We need to mobilize the ones who are at home, who are throughout the country in the region. This is a great region, Ontario, we are province, and I think we need to speak wherever we get the opportunity. Yes, our rallies next time should continue to mobilize more people, more Canadian. We have so many friends around, and we get to have a lot of people listening. And I recently attended an event out in Kitchener, Ontario, organized by Dr. Martha and a few friends of hers. And I think it's incredible, when you go out into other communities and speak to people, you can feel what others are thinking about us, what others are thinking about injustice, how much they know. And many people, as we all know, is that they got this fantasized, image of Ethiopia. Ethiopia, just because, a country that has been, sort of, in words, in existence for a very long time. The assumption is that we have to keep this country the way it is.
Well, no one is saying that the country should go anywhere. That what people are asking is for justice. So we need justice, and we need to speak up. And brothers and sisters, thank you so much. And we're going to continue to do this again and again.
Thank you, Safi. That was really nice. Okay, I can introduce Mr. Guracha now. We're going to say a few words. So please listen to him speak English, and I'm sure he will try Oromifa as well.
I thought I would do very well. Naga, naga. Naga, naga. You know, sometimes when we live long, it's really for a purpose. I remember coming out here years ago when we first started working against the apartheid regime in South Africa. There were 5 of us. We stood outside of Queen's Park, it was raining and nobody was listening to us. And then I was chair of the rally against apartheid we held here in 1986 and brought Bishop Tutu to speak. And when we were here, it was the biggest rally in Toronto history. So I want us to remember that even though we seem to be few here, all the people who have died are with us right now. All those who have been fighting for our freedom are with us right now. They have never left us and gone anywhere. And it is because of them that we can stand here, and it is because of them we will win. The next rally we have, we're going to have more, and more, and more, and until the walls of that regime come tumbling down.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.